Once upon a time, in a lush forest, there was a cunning fox named Felix. He was known for his cleverness and talent for finding food. One fine day, Felix was wandering through the woods and found a beautiful vine with bunches of ripe, juicy grapes hanging overhead. Felix, driven by hunger, drooled when he saw the grapes. He jumped with all his might to taste the sweetness, but unfortunately the grapes were out of reach. Felix undauntedly tried again and again, growing more desperate with each failure. After many failures, the frustrated fox finally gave up. Dejected and exhausted, he sat under the vine with his tail hanging low. He comforted himself and muttered, "These grapes are sour anyway. I don't need you." A wise old owl was perched on a nearby branch to observe the fox's behavior. Intrigued by Felix's reaction, the owl jumped down and sat down next to him. "Dear Felix, why do you despise what you cannot have?" the owl asked softly. Felix replied in a slightly bewildered voice, "I can't imagine admitting defeat. It's easier to convince myself that the grapes were unnecessary than to admit my faults." The wise owl smiled knowingly and said, "Felix, it is far wiser to admit the truth than to despise the unattainable. It doesn't make it any less attractive. Accept your limitations and learn to appreciate the beauty that lies beyond your reach." Felix pondered the owl's words and realized the depth of their meaning. From that moment on, he vowed never to underestimate what he could not have. Instead, he focused on honing his ruse and finding alternative food sources. The moral of this story is clear. Don't discount what you can't get. Instead of belittling or ignoring the unreachable, embrace humility and use it as an opportunity for growth. True wisdom lies in recognizing your limitations and finding new ways to feel fulfilled and satisfied.